Aquaba and welcome to Expat Life Ghana. I'm Tony and this is my wife Ayo. We're documenting our move from Texas to Ghana as we go beyond the return.
And in this video, let's just call this the How to Get Around Ghana Guide. How about that? So let's get this video started. So we're talking about transportation options here in Ghana and offering some tips and advice on how to get around the country like a pro.
Yes, if you're coming to Ghana and wondering how you're going to get around, no worries, we've got you covered.
So Ghana has a pretty wide range of ground transportation options, the most common being public transportation, taxis, and car rentals. So let's talk about each one of these.
Yes, in terms of public transportation options, there isn't really any to talk of. As in there's no subway, transit systems, or public busing.
You'd love to see like a public transportation system here.
Yes, I have my thoughts on a mass bus transit system here, yes.
Yeah, well.
You know, the traffic on the roads here in Greater Accra is pretty bad, and the Trotros really make up the most of that. If there was a better developed public transportation system that could alleviate a lot of the problems.
So wait, now the folks out there probably don't know what a Trotro even is.
Yes, the Trotro is a rider van or shared minibus. It's the most popular way for folks to get around.
Yeah, so Trotros are like a cheaper, more convenient option, although a lot of times they can be very crowded. They make a lot of stops and they don't really have like a set route or a schedule. So,
maybe a set route, but definitely not a set schedule. If you're feeling adventurous, you can jump on a Trotro and see where it takes you. Just be prepared for bumpy roads and frequent stops.
And ladies, be sure to use the restroom before you go, because there's no like pit stop or rest area along the way.
Not at all. I have to say, I have never ridden a Trotro.
And you won't, no matter how many times I ask you.
I mean, we have a vehicle, why would we?
Well, you know, it's like an adventure. So you can experience
a very
life.
Dangerous adventure. No thanks.
They're not that bad. And people ride them all the time. Like, we really never see like a Trotro flipped over or anything, right?
You don't see it, you just hear about it.
Okay, so for those of you who are no on the Trotro, and it's something to think about as an option if you feel a little more adventurous. But for those of you who are worried maybe about like general safety, probably not.
Right. Taxis are a little better in terms of safety, and I do emphasize little.
Oh my gosh, people are going to be scared to come.
Join the conversation. Drop a comment below and let us know what you think.
You can hail them on the street or call in advance. Just be sure to negotiate the price with the driver before starting.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because taxi fares are not regulated, and it's not uncommon for them to base the price on your accent or outfit.
I think it's those both. Yeah, both the accent and the outfit. You can opt for Uber and Bolt. Those are both options here. So that's also something you can do instead of a traditional taxi.
Couple of tips though, you cannot pay through the app. So even when you see the price and have payment set up, you'll still need to pay them in local currency.
I actually like pulling it up on my phone so that I can see what the price is when I'm going to hail a cab on the street.
Right, for Uber or something.
Right.
You know,
it's like give you the ballpark.
Right.
Yeah, I like that a lot. The second tip here is to make sure that you have a reliable internet connection before you head out and your phone is actually charged. Because what can happen is you can get out of your hotel or B&B where there was internet to where you're going, and then there's no Wi-Fi to schedule your ride to get back, and you can't get back on the app. So
yeah, think it out.
Yeah, it could be a problem.
Third, and I think is a big one, it can be hard to get an Uber at night.
Yeah, that just happened, right?
Yeah. This just happened to some folks who were staying with us. They left out during the daytime and said, hey, we're going to be out, woohoo, partying. All right, great. You guys got your Uber there. Cool, no problem. they called me middle of the night, like, Tony, our Ubers, they keep canceling on us. I'm like, yo, where are you at? They're like, some club or some place. And, it's about 1, 2 o'clock in the morning. Like, we can't get home. Like, no worries, I'll come and get you. What happened there was Uber drivers in Accra, if they can't get a fare back from Tema, they won't go to Tema. So as soon as they see, this fare is going to Tema, I'm canceling that. I don't want to go to Tema.
Right.
I won't get a fare back.
Well, that is not just specific to Tema. It's anywhere that's coming out of Accra. So, as it gets later, people just want to stay closer because they can't get that return. So if you're not in city center, it could be hard to find an Uber that'll pick you up. But they ended up using you guys for drivers for the rest of their trip so that they didn't have to worry about being out late.
Our guys are great.
Exactly.
You can also hail a moto for getting around.
No, sir, not me.
Yeah, me either on that one.
I mean, you can opt to hop on the back of one of these motorbikes as transportation. But since they're smaller and more maneuverable, it can save you time if traffic is thick.
Yeah, or it can kill you.
Yeah, we have literally heard way too many stories of like severe injury and dismemberment or death on the back of somebody else's moto.
Right.
So,
they aren't regulated well enough, and the drivers are reckless, just plain reckless.
I mean,
you know what I hate is on the motorway, they zip through, they lane split, and then when you want to get around them, they hover in the lane, so you can't. And then you try to pass them, then they get upset, and then as soon as traffic gets thick, then they go back to lane splitting. Like, man, just get out of my way.
They just are not, there's no kind of like rule of the road with them. It's just
anything goes.
Yeah, that's an option for you. I mean, it's kind of a form of like taxi service. I just wouldn't at all. But you know what I would do? I would do the yellows. Those are okay.
Yeah.
You would do.
We
take yellows
from time to time in some non-Accra regions.
Right.
In Ghana, they're very popular, and those little motorcycle car cab hybrids are extremely popular and much easier to come by.
Yeah, so like when we were up in the northern region, that was like the way that it was done.
Yeah, it was very, very.
They are starting to pop up like
to get around in. Yeah.
I mean, they were, and I liked them, and they're starting to pop up more here.
Smaller communities around.
Right. Whereas before, maybe a couple of years ago, we didn't really see them that often. So that is another kind of taxi option.
Hi, I'm Leo. Subscribe right now.
Okay, so you can take public transport in the form of Trotro. You can take a cab, moto, or the yellow. The third option to get around to Ghana is your own rental car. It can be a convenient option, especially if you plan to travel outside of the city or if you want the freedom to explore on your own.
I totally agree with that. And there are several car rental places that you can use, and you can typically rent for like a day, a week, or even longer if you're going to be here a while. They do them for 3-4 weeks, no problem.
Yeah. Before you rent that local car, make sure you know the local driving laws and customs.
Yeah, the roads out here are a little cutthroat.
I mean, I hate to say this, but in a lot of ways, the roads are dangerous here. Between the state of the road itself, with the Trotros, the motos darting in and out of traffic, the overloaded semis that are just...
The overloaded semis, I'm just,
everywhere.
Sometimes I'm like, just don't pass them because they're going to fall on top of us. And also those little, like, what are they called? The little motorcycle with like a...
The three-wheel,
the three-wheelie.
things.
Yes, those things. They're on the motorway with 100-kilometer drivers going like 35. And it just, to me, I'm like, it's not only dangerous, but like sometimes they're loaded with the wildest things that they should probably not be on the motorway.
Right. The roads can be very dangerous to drive if you don't know what you're doing or don't have a great reaction time.
Sound like a caution to old folks.
Yeah, there's a lot of open gutters around here, and if you don't know the area, you can find yourself in one.
Yeah, it's definitely not like stateside. This is a whole different kind of driving, like, altogether.
If that's your thing. And I'm not going to lie, I love driving here. I really do.
Totally your thing.
Yes, you'll need a valid driver's license from your home country as well as the international driver's permit. if your home country driver's license is not in English.
And it's also super important to be aware of local traffic laws and kind of the rules of the road and how things work. The local police will not hesitate to pull you over and threaten an arrest to coerce a bribe. Not like that ever happens to me.
Or us. Or me. Or anybody else for that matter.
That never happened. No, not at all.
Yeah, the other thing to be mindful of is the safety. And if you're not sure where you are, avoid driving alone at night.
Yeah, that I think
And
that's a really good pointer.
that you are not very familiar with.
Absolutely. And it's a good idea, too, to have a map or GPS when you're driving. I mean, Google Maps works. Download it, before you leave your Airbnb or your hotel so that you have it in case you don't have access to the internet. But sometimes you need to think of Google Maps as like,
They've been there in the past. Don't know if they've been there in the past couple months or last year.
It's like a drunk nephew giving you directions. Like sometimes they're spot on, but then sometimes the road they want you to drive on is not an actual road. So use some common sense. They've had us drive off the, and I'm like.
And GPS plays this funny thing where they'll send a motorbike on for their road locations, and motorbikes go where motorbikes can go. Sometimes vehicles cannot go where motorbikes can go.
That one time they tried to send you between two houses, I was like,
like that's not. A motorbike took the shortcut.
Yeah, definitely.
And do keep some of the local currency in the car. Smaller bills if you can. Buy from the hawkers that sell inside the road. Get a nice cool drink or some plantain chips. I knew you were going to say plantain chips. Or to pay the police when you get flagged over and you just really need to go and they're wanting to see every little thing. And they're asking, Charlie, you got water for me and my boys?
I'm telling you, the small bills really help. You don't want to bust out your whole wallet stacked full of hundos.
Just have a couple singles available. Let me go, thank you.
And gosh, I can't think of anybody who gets flagged over by police. That never happens, does it?
Doesn't happen to me. Too much. But you? I was driving down the street one day and I was like, I look like my wife got pulled over. Hey, kept going.
Thank you.
But we just did a video on that, so check that out next.
Well, that's it for this video. We hope you found the information useful and maybe it'll help you to navigate with all the various transportation options that you have here in Ghana. So whether you prefer the thrill of a Trotro or the convenience of a taxi, or the freedom of driving yourself. all of those are available options here. Just be prepared.
And remember, when in doubt, just wave your hand and someone will stop and give you a ride. Just don't be surprised if you end up sharing a minivan with a goat and a dozen other people. That's just how we roll in Ghana.
Or 500 watermelons.
Just 500.
So there you have it. Oh my gosh.
If after watching this video you want to take your turn on a Trotro.
Do you want to take your turn on a Trotro? Oh.
No. Dobby. Then check out what we have to offer on our website at expatlifeghana.com, including full-service tours, airport pickups and drop-offs, and day trips to see the best of Ghana.
You can totally let people get on the Trotro and just follow behind them so that when they're done you can take them on their
I should do that.
You should include it as part of your tour. The real Ghana.
No.
Anyway,
No,
we
real Ghana.
also offer accommodations at our Airbnb. Make sure you check out the rooms and full service options online at expatlifeghana.com.
Yes, hit that like button if you're still here with us and subscribe. Don't forget to hit the notification bell so you can join us for our monthly live videos here on YouTube the last Friday of every month, y'all.
But I love our lives. They're so much fun.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to next week's.
Absolutely. And if you want to hear other stories of Trotro riders, join our closed Facebook group and you can connect with others just like you.
And with that, Charlie out for now.
You really should take a Trotro though.
I'm gonna do.
I've Trotroed in Ghana and in Nigeria. Come on. They're not that bad.
Okay. I'm gonna take a Trotro one day. I'm gonna go out to the road there, catch a cab, go all the way down to the hospital, to Tama Hospital and come back.
In a Trotro?
Yeah.
Okay. Can I follow behind you and take video?
I
want
have a
evidence.
Trotro. I'm gonna have, who am I gonna have with me?
You don't need someone to go with you. You can
I'm
do
gonna
it.
have Bright with me. Bright, come on, we're gonna
Just
China
go.
Mall on Trotro.
He'll laugh. He won't even believe that you're
Brian's gonna be laughing all the way there and back. He won't stop laughing.
Nope, I
You know,
it's true.
she said, Abigail, no, it was Miss Pat last week. Like both the cars were out, the truck and the car. And I was like, all right, I'm gonna go home. She said, oh, sir, how will you get home? You gonna walk? Bright goes, no, he has 3 vehicles. He's gonna take the van. He's not gonna walk?
Why won't you walk? That's a short walk.
I took it this morning. I walked.
You walked it this morning? Okay.
Yeah, it was a short walk, but
It's a short walk.
not in business. Hiring. Briefcase.
I see people in briefcases and business attire walking all the time, sir.
Oh.
You just have to get the thing and balance it on your head, and then it won't be so bad. You just pop it on top.
Mm-hmm.
And again, can I follow behind you with my video camera? When are you planning to do that?
You're gonna have to get those pictures.
That's you, if after you. You ready?
I'm so,
You're still trying to figure out the 500 watermelon.
no, I was like, you said, so there you have it. I thought you were just
I
gonna
was
keep going.
gonna keep
Yeah.
I was sorry. Do you want me to
It
finish
did sound good. So you like, I was, yeah.
All right.
But I'll do it.
So there you have it.